everyone. This is the lesson to cover the Epi Info product. So when it comes to Epi Info, it's a free software, and this is mainly made for the medical expert, health experts, in order to handle data. I just introduce in that manner, and we'll go in deep how this software works and how it supports for our health sector, especially for the medical experts. When it comes to Epi Info, I'll just introduce this software. Most probably, you might not have heard this software. The thing is, the software Epi Info is not commonly used in the general society. It's mainly used in the field of health or the medical field. That may be the reason why it's not that popular now. You know that whenever we hear the softwares just like Microsoft Word, Photoshop, Windows, so they are commonly available, but this is quite new since this is designed targeting at the health sector professionals only. Um, so if I go to the software, the target users are the global community of medical and public health professionals. So not only targeting into one particular region, for the entire globe, even in Sri Lanka, Asian countries, European countries, American countries, no matter where they are, this is good for the professional experts in order to continue their work. And the other nice story here is there is a free product. And this was developed by United States Center of Disease Control, CDC. So then regarding the health environment, they have made this specially targeting at the health professionals. So you can freely download it from the mother company or mother software developers. It's freely there. If I am to show you the place, now everyone can do this. So no need to come to the IT center lab. You can just go for the direct link as I said here, or else you can just search Google Epi Info or download Epi Info. Then they will take you to the CDC Gov. So this is original website. If I go there, if I click on it, now we have the option to download it. So very simple. A small software normally contains around 65 megabytes of capacity. It won't waste your data even. Then you can download the compress file here or the direct installer. So this is the latest version of the product, 7.2 version. Right. So once you download it, I'll show how it comes. When you download it, it comes like this. So when you download it, in my side I have downloaded the Epi Info 7 compress file, and I decompress it. When I decompress it, you know how to decompress it. Right click on this compress file, then extract to. Then once extraction is done, it comes like this. This is it. So there we have the option to launch Epi Info. This is the software. When I double click on it, it gives a software like this. So simple work, how we are going to prepare that in your working computer. I think you understood it, right? So if not, you can repeatedly watch the video and confirm how to do so. So main thing is you may download it. Again, I'm repeating that. Once you download it, it will be saved into your computer. And once it is saved, if you download the compressed version, this one, zip file. If I download the compressed version, it comes into the computer like this, and then you have to extract it. The extraction comes like, you may right click on the downloaded file and extract to. Then the software will get extracted. Then when you go to this folder, it has the way to get in launch Epi Info 7. Right. When you double click on that, you are at the software now to work out with the product. Right. Then I'll see how to work on it. Simply this is what the Epi Info project, Epi Info software, how we are going to work with. Since it is new, to you all. I just told how this is going to be working, how this is going to work. Right. Then you go to the further details. Whenever we go to Epi Info, to go for further details, it's a simple software tool, very simple, highly user friendly, very user friendly. The reason is this is made for medical experts, not for ICT experts. So therefore this has less complex areas. So medical field experts, they are experts in the medical field, not in the ICT, right? So therefore the software has very simple techniques other than having much more technical details. So especially targeting at you people, this was made. And then this creates forms. This has features to create forms as well as to enter data, to analyze data. Then my question is, why do we need forms? So this is what the importance of this Epi Info product. So if I'm going to go for a form, simple forms, whenever you go to the general day-to-day activities, say that you are going to create a bank account. So when you go to a bank account, you may go to the bank and say that we need to create a bank account. Then what will be the reaction by the officers in the bank counter? They will give you a application form like this, ne? Okay, Mahatya. Fill this form. Then they will create the form for you. So this is a hard copy, ne? This sort of a form is a hard copy or a certain paper-based form. Then what they do is, into that form you are filling your data, and those are entered into the computer and create the account for you. That's a general incident. Okay. Now, whenever we go for the product called as Epi Info, this is creating an electronic form, not the paper-based one, electronic form, so that you can enter data into the computer directly. Something like this. I'll just show one of the Epi Info product that has been found. This one. Now this is a certain form created by Epi Info. You have to create this. Now this is regarding some HIV confidential reports. So they are going to analyze this data. Then with Epi Info, you are going to create a form like this. Right? So in my side, I am not an expert in the medical field. You may have better knowledge than I do. Then we can enter those data regarding the people. Right? We select this, whatever the things, and this one, and even the amount of months we have. Then how low after how many months, likewise. Then the year, like we do it, right? Then we can insert our data. So then based on your requirement, you have to fill those data, and then we need to add those data. Now they'll be saved into the computer. I think you understood it. So then the main objective of the Epi Info product is to create forms. So those forms are depending on your requirement. What you want to hold, you may create the form. So these abilities, they are in the product called as Epi Info. Right. And after creating the form, you can enter your data. So then say that we are going to create a form to analyze your data in the clinic. Right. So then whoever comes as the patient, so you are going to collect those data and keep them. So per day there can be, say that 50 people. Then we collect data for the first 50. Next day another 50. The other day another 50. The other day another 50. Like as we can collect thousands of data once you spend around months. Then we can analyze those data. So that facility is also there in Epi Info. So we just identify what are the most probable cases regarding the clinic. So most commonly found problem. Then how did we treat them? What about the success rate? So then those will be very important to make decisions in our field of medicine. I think you understand the requirement of Epi Info. Now, most probably what we do at the moment, I don't know about the medical experts, so I'm a certain outsider, but as I feel that you will be conducting clinics based on the knowledge you have. Right? So then we just whenever the patient comes, we do that, and then we treat them. Later on, we don't care about them. That may be the Sri Lankan nature. I don't know further. So this is what I study. My observation, sorry, not studying. Then, but in the real field of medicine, what we can do is we can analyze the way we treat, and after that, we can identify, is this treatment successful? Then, do we have some other way of doing this job further? That means, is there a way of handling the patients further? Can we improve this further? Now, I think depending on the workload we have in our country, we have limited hospital resources, doctor resources. So, in that side, so we have challenges. But these are some other areas where we can improve our works. Right. So then, now you understand the requirement. So, Epi Info is a simple software in order to create forms and enter data. Also, we can analyze them. So, data analysis part is based on your statistical knowledge. It's something mathematics. So, based on the mathematics knowledge or statistical analysis you have, you do regression finding, or even you can do Fourier transformation. So, we have lots of analytical tools. Z-score computation, average computation. So, you can work out on them to make very important decision. So, the other feature we have in Epi Info is we have the feature to create forms, then entering data, as well as analyzing them. Also, we can visualize the analyzed data, or whatever the collected data or the results, in varieties of formats. Sometimes in the form of a graph, sometimes in the form of figures, or in summarized manner. So that's also another extra feature given by Epi Info. Right. So then in that order, this Epi Info is a user-friendly tool. Why? This is better for the medical experts to carry out their further investigations on their treatments and on their investigations. And again, according to my experience, now previously we have just had a bad time with this pandemic, the COVID. So when it comes to COVID, again we had to have many more investigations. We had to do many more research. So they did it. They analyzed the number of infects, and they analyze what are the variants and how they were spreading. So in such events, data analysis is very important. And simply we say that Epi Info has a powerful analytic capabilities to summarize data. So then powerful analytical tools are there in order to summarize our data. Then further, Epi Info can be told as all-in-one software. All-in-one. Fine. So then one thing here is, in order to enter data, we have features. Creating the forms, we create the forms, that's one thing. And based on the forms that you have created, you can enter data, even you can analyze data, even you can visualize them. So all are available in the product Epi Info. So it's all in one solution. That's more user friendly rather than going for varieties. Then Epi Info is an all-in-one software to collect data, enter data, analyze data, as well as visualize them. So all the features are there in it. But Epi Info is not a professional software like, now when analyzing data, you might have heard that. I don't know whether you are okay with those areas. So we have expert analysis software just like SAS, Stata, R, SPSS. They are used for analysis. Even to hold data, we have MS Access, SQL Server, databases. So they are extremely expert softwares in such areas. They were made targeting at ICT professionals. But Epi Info is not like that, not a replacement for such software, but they are doing all-in-one solution to cover the works we do, just like statistical analysis, as well as to collect data. This is highly user-friendly. Therefore, we can't compare Epi Info with these professional softwares. We can't compare. Obviously, the objective is different. So these are made for extreme data handling, access, SQL Server, extreme data handling. Epi Info is not like that. Even SAS, Stata, SPSS, they are made for extreme data analysis. But Epi Info is a certain middle-like product, combining all together, targeting at medical experts only. That's what we say that Epi Info is a simple and highly user-friendly tool for health sector professionals. So this is mainly made for the health sector people like you. Hope that you are clear. Then the history of the product is it was invented somewhere like 1985. Very old product, right? 1985 means around 40 years old, 30 somewhere like that, right? Download over 1 million times, over 180 countries. Almost all the countries are using. I think we have around 200 countries or 225 something like that. So then almost all the countries are using this. Then translations of the programs and manuals exist 13 different languages. So the program had been translated to multiple languages. So there are many programs available in Epi Info. That's fine. Epi Info is an all-in-one product. It has sub-programs to do all the works required by the medical experts. Other thing, as I just observed you, as I just told you, why data analysis is required in the field of health. Why we need it. Normally, to observe the potential patterns here, examining raw data sets. Raw, as I said earlier, we just collect clinical data and we find trends. So what are the trends? Then we can conclude, so this trend will continue for the future. So if this trend continues, is that profitable or is there are some drawbacks? Likewise, we can make many different decisions to identify the potential improvement, especially to improve the health sector activities. Also, healthcare analytics use current and historical data to gain macro and micro to support decision making in both the patient and business level. So also we have a business level as well. So I said you about the patient level. So whenever we collect clinical data and analyze them, we can improve our treatments. That's benefit goes to the patients. Also we can analyze those data in the business level. Just like now think of the private hospitals, forget about the government. They serve the community free of charge. Whenever we go to the private hospitals, their main objective is to serve the patients while earning a profit. So by that time they can analyze the behaviors, the way they continue to improve their business activities. Just like what about the insurance claims, and what are the most cases where we can have more profit. Then what about the payments of the doctors, payments of the hospital staff. Then whenever we are collecting them, then we can analyze them, right? So we collect all the wages, all the other expenses and the income. So then in order to do so, we have the easier tool called as Epi Info. Now I'm just giving the value of this product, especially for the field of health, why you people are not experts in ICT. Right. Then this is the same thing what I said earlier. So some set of data to be handled are health sector healthcare data, clinical data, and how much is a success. Then patterns, trends on spreading pandemic and some other diseases. So we can analyze those data and come to the decisions. Other one is healthcare business operational data. So billing patterns, insurance claim patterns, and the earnings, staff salaries. So finally, this has features to prepare reports targeting at the business as well as the patient treatments. Now I think you have a better idea why data handling is required in the field of health. Right. Then we'll just go a little bit in deep behind the technical side. Whenever we go for the data analysis, what data, what are the ways of analyzing, what are information, how they are going to be treated. Likewise, we'll just cover some set of knowledge behind this. So then this is the next section, data handling using computer. Right. So this is giving you another technical background rather than your medical knowledge. So we have two definitions called as data as well as information. So they are key terms found in our ICT, data as well as information. Simply data defined as raw. This is a main word. We collect data. They are raw. Raw means raw fruits. They were not prepared. Raw, not arranged, not prepared. So data is said to be as raw facts and figures about an organization and its business transactions. So we don't care what the area is. This is not an important point. So data means raw facts. That's the idea. Something which is not prepared, raw facts are called as data. Okay, we'll go to an example, then you may have a better idea behind that. Raw data can take varieties of forms. That means data can be of varieties forms, including the measurements, even survey responses and observations. In many of the ways, we can get raw data. By observing, we collect raw data. Even by going through survey responses, we can collect raw data. Likewise. Then the other keyword is information. So information is data that has been refined, organized, or processed. That is called as information. So whenever we have data, they are being prepared or processed. They are prepared, and then the results are called as information. That's the idea. So information are always results. Why? We work out on data. Data are raw things. They are not processed. They are raw. Whenever we collect data as it is, they are called as raw things. And those raw things are prepared, work out, so that the information are prepared, which are called as results. So always information are results. Then that's the difference. Data are raw, information are results. The association is information are made from data. If you do something onto data, the information will be prepared. You are clear? So simply we prepare them, we process them. The data result are called as information. I think you are clear. Right. Then the next point, example, a mark sheet. Now we are going to go for a certain explanation, example behind data as well as information. Now whenever we consider a mark sheet, here we have names of the people. So Sunil got 89, then Kamal got 76, Nimal got 45, Naomi got 91. And we are going to compute the total marks. Now do you understand that this can be prepared or processed from what? From these figures we have. So these four values, I can call them as raw. They were just came into this mark sheet from the answer sheets of them. So their answer sheets are there. The teacher is marking them and releasing the results like 89, 76, 45, 91. These were raw. And those raw values are prepared. The preparation is addition, is summation. And make this as a result. If so, this total marks is going to be called as information. Even the average, is that something raw or is that something a result? This is also a result. Why? This was prepared from these values again. From these raw things, we have made this. Now we had not only one operation, we had to add those values. Addition is done, as well as we did the division by 4. So we did quite bigger processing than the earlier, but still this is going to be treated as a result. So then this is how the mark sheet is defined with data and information, so that we can conclude that these values are data and the other two values are going to be information. That's clear to you. Right. Now if I am going back, I said you about data handling here. So in order to create data, not there, wait, right. So in order to go for this, using Epi Info, I created this. Now what do? I'm going to collect data, I'm going to feed data here. So then at this moment there are 359 records. If I go to the next record, this is it. So then I can have another record. I can have another record. So likewise, we can collect lots of data into this. We just observe the patient and add those data, right? And we keep on collecting them, right? So then this is what the data collection is. And after that, if you need, you can prepare, you can process them. That's why we have the statistics. We'll see stat calc. Then we can calculate them. So simply, we need to have data. So normally we go for the clinical data and we are going to enter them. We call them as data. After processing them using this statistical analysis, we are going to call this as the information. So preparing information is done by the Epi Info product. Okay. Right, now we have an idea about data as well as information. Another two keywords found in our ICT. If you go to another example like this, to determine data and information. So there we say that a certain shop. So I need your response at this moment. Just now you are not in front of me, but you may just try to respond me. I'm just giving these details at a shop counter. At a shop, say that I am a certain participant. I'm going to the shop and getting a piece of soap. These days soap is very expensive, as I heard. Okay. Then I observe these details. When I observe that the price is written as 32, weight is written as 80, manufacturer was printed in the soap as Unilever, number of items sold 20. Wait. How can we get this number of items sold? I'm going to the shop, and from that shop I want to find how many such piece of soaps were sold for the day. Has it been written into the soap? Is that printed on the label? No. How can I get this 20 then? Now these values were taken, the first three values were taken by reading the label. If so, are they data or information? Data, I read the label and collect them. No problem, they are data. Then how can I collect this number of items sold? I am talking to the shopkeeper. I am asking the shopkeeper, Mudalali, how many such soaps did you sell for the day? Then Mudalali will recollect. Okay, today morning I sold 2 such soaps. Then at around 10 I sold around 5, another 6. Then he may compute and say that totally I have sold 20 items. So that's the way how we get this value 20. So Mudalali will, or the shopkeeper will talk to you and say that 20. But regarding the shopkeeper, he may do a certain computation, revising this much at first, then next, this next, likewise. Okay. Then we'll go to the fifth value, total earnings from soap. So in my side, I heard that 20 soaps were sold, one soap is 32, then I can find the total earnings by this soap. Then if so, is this going to be data or information? This is information. Why? There's a clear computation going on, clear calculation going on, right? Then this is going to be information, no problem. Now what about this number of items sold? Is this data or information? So this is going to be something like this. Now whenever we go for the person, now it's me, I am the one who did this research. Regarding myself, did I get this by doing computations, or I just heard the value? How did I got this? How did I get this? I just heard for the Shopkeeper. Shopkeeper said that 20. I didn't do any computation. Shopkeeper did the computation. So then this arrangement is done by myself. The entire research was done by myself. So for me, isn't this data or information? The 20 is going to be data. Why? I didn't do any computation. I just heard for the shopkeeper. But regarding the shopkeeper's point of view, this is going to be information. Why? He did a computation. But we don't need to care about the shopkeeper. The main character at this moment is myself. So it's going to be defined as data. Now I think you are clear about this data and information. So then some figures can be told as both data and information. So this can be told as data. At this moment, data. But if you consider this from the Mudalali's point of view or the shopkeeper's point of view, it's going to be information. So then, depending on the aspect, it's going to be data or information. Right. Now, the other fact, this point. So whenever we go for the whenever we go for the information that we have prepared already, sorry, wait. Right. So whenever we go for the information that was prepared, so information was prepared with a big effort. So we have to do processing so that the prepared information has some features if the information is going to be good. Otherwise, it's bad. As an example, if the way we calculate this computation, if I make the total earnings from soap is 100 rupees, I just say like that. Is that correct then? 20 multiplied by 32, is that 100? No, this is going to be somewhere like 600, right? Then this is an information, but wrong. We don't define this as good information. It's completely bad. It's not good, right? So then, to make it as good information, definitely information we prepared should be accurate. Also, it should be relevant. What is relevant? You know this idea. The prepared information should be relevant to the purpose. Now, in my earlier research, I want the total earnings from soap. That's fine. But I don't want to compute the average something. I don't want to compute the Z score something here. That's useless, not relevant. If I made it, that's irrelevant information, useless completely. Other one is the information prepared has to be understandable. Now say that this value is written in a numerical value where I can understand it. If this is written in Chinese language, don't know, even I don't know Chinese, I think you may not know, then this is written in Chinese correctly. But is that important for us now? No. Why? We can't understand it. So then, to make information good, definitely they should be accurate, relevant, understandable. Also, they must be available. What is this available idea? Available means they should be accessible. Now, they should be written somewhere where we can get it. If we can't get it, though you made it, useless. And the next one is timely. So timely means this should be according to the timeline. So I want the today's earning, not yesterday's earning, not last month earning. So if the Mudalali says that, Puta, yesterday we sold around 15 soaps, and last month we sold around 250 soaps, but I can't remember how much we sold today. Then that's useless. I'm doing the research, how many you did for the day. So then, to make the information better, it should be timely or up to date. Right. So then remember that these features are features of good information. If they are not there, we don't mention them as good. They are obviously bad information at the moment. Right. Then the next thing, we go to another point called as information system. That means the above information, these information are made or computed using a certain particular system. Now, my earlier work is the system came like the manual. I use a paper to note them down, and I use my brain to compute them. So this is a system I did. I used a manual system to do these works. That's fine. System that generates information. So then information system means it's a system, or it's a unit, it's a block, it's a gadget to generate information. So it can be manual. So my early work is manual, where it uses papers, pens. So that's a manual system. Or else it would be a computer-based system. Right. So then we all find that if we do these computations manually, will that be a better product or better quality? No, why not? Whenever things are done manually, what happens? Takes time to do them, and not that clear. Even more errors are there. So humans are making errors. So then in that order, if we go for manual systems, we experience much more troubles. So the best method is going for computer-based technologies. So then manual systems are like this. Computer-based are quite better. Right. Now we'll compare those two with these terms. Whenever we go for the feature called as multitasking. What is multitasking? That is doing tasks, works simultaneously. At the same time, the ability of doing many tasks. Multiple tasks are done at a time, at a moment. So that in manual, that means humans, papers, pens are involved. What about doing multiple tasks? When I'm collecting those data from the shop, can I do some other work, marking a paper or something like that? No, never. But computer-based tongue, we know that multitasking is readily available. While you are downloading something in the computer, you can listen to a song. Even you can write a document, prepare a document. So then multitasking in manual impossible, computer-based tongue possible. Next one is speed. When it comes to the manual environment, how fast the processing is. Humans, compared to the computers, we are slow. Computers are very fast. So they will do the work in a faster speed. You know that whenever we ask to add values, within few milliseconds they'll give the answer. But we people, we are counting fingers in the hands. If it is not there, we have to count the fingers in the foot even. Is that the way? We do rough works. So then it will be very slow. Other one is error rate. Rate of making errors. Manual, lots of errors. You and me, higher rate of errors. That's why we have the word sorry, excuse me. Why? We are doing many more errors. The computer-based systems, if you give the instructions properly, no errors at all. So simply negligible level of errors are there. Next, information usage. The information prepared, how they are going to be used. Normally, manual systems, the information are prepared onto papers. Then in a paper, limited number of people can access those information at a time. So papers can be seen by few people at a time. So if the values are there. But computer-based now, a certain information prepared can be observed by multiple people from around the world through networks. We have networks. Computer networks are there. Then we can distribute them. The best example is your results. A-level results, O-level results, even whatever your university level results. Once they publish into the website, so from anywhere in the world you can access it. So many people will access it at the same time. But if the results are printed onto a sheet and keep them on a paper, so limited number of people can peep into it. So that's a limitation, but computer based has no that limitation. Next one is output quality. Paper based low quality, handwriting not clear. Computer based printouts high quality, video outputs high quality, printed fonts likewise. Recovery. What is recovery? So recovery in the sense, whenever your data are damaged, your systems are damaged. As an example, say that I have collected my data into a paper, then that paper was destroyed. How can I get them back? Very difficult. But in computer based, we have a concept called as backups. You all know this. What is the concept called as backup? Backup means keeping a copy of the original data. So whenever you save something, you can copy the files into a pen drive. Whenever you copy that into a pen drive, though your original files were damaged, is that a matter? No. Why? We have them in the pen drive. We have them in the copy. So that though the original file was damaged, no matter, we can get it from backup. Even keeping the backups, preparing the backups is easy. Why? You just plug the pen drive and copy them. But can you implement backups to the manual system? Manual means everything is on papers. If you have to keep copies, how will you? Then you have to photocopy them and keep them. So if you keep the photocopies, we need more room space, takes time, you may miss things, not clear, many more problems are there. But backup is efficient in electronic systems. So then recovery is completely efficient in our computer-based environment, which is not that efficient in manual environment. I think you are clear. Right. So then that's about the comparison between computer-based as well as manual systems. Then which one is better then? Computer-based information systems are highly efficient regarding the works. Right. Right. Then we recommend in order to continue the analyzing of data using computers to achieve these features what we went through earlier. Right. Then again a small summarization. So data analysis is a practice of preparing raw data into organized manner. Likewise, and computer-based analysis can be done manually as well as computer. So then here we are going to go for the data analysis part now. Whenever we are going to analyze data, what is that data analysis? So data analysis is a practice or is a work converting your raw data, now you know that, into an organized manner so that it prepares useful information. So that's the same thing we were talking all the time. So data analysis means converting your raw data into information. But that work is done in a better organized manner. And after preparing information, we can extract meaningful, sensitive information from them. Right. This analysis can be done manually. That's okay. If you have the knowledge, you may do the computations and erase them, redo them. Even we can do them using the computer as well. Likewise. Then if you use the data, if you use computers, advantages of analyzing data using computers. If you use computers to analyze our data, fast, we know that. Repetitive processing, same equations can be repeatedly used efficiently. Data storage, storing our data is onto digital mediums just like hard disk, CD, DVD. And the searching of information in our electronic system. Now I showed you earlier my somewhere here. Now we have around 359 records. If I want to search it, I can quickly go through them, right? No need to turn pages. Even we have search feature as well. With that we can search for the specific data very quickly. So then much more benefits are there in electronic data processing. And speed of data communication, the data available here, so I have prepared those data and I can email them quickly to the other parties, or else we can share them through networks. Exchanging is still efficient. The ability of producing different output formats. So outputs are prepared using graphs, charts, figures, values. So in different formats, the outputs can be prepared. Right. Then in order to analyze our data, we have much more professional softwares, as I said earlier. Excel is there, SAS, OpenStat, Minitab, SPSS. Also, we can use Epi Info. We can't compare Epi Info with this. Why? Epi Info is an all-in-one product. Not only for analysis, we have much more features there. Right. Then here onwards, we have to go to the Epi Info product, how we are going to use it. Now at the moment, I have summarized you how this is going to be used. If I am to go through the summary quickly, I introduced the Epi Info product. It's a free product and made for the health professionals, and it has all-in-one software, all-in-one solution, creating forms, entering data, analyzing them, as well as visualization, all are available in it. Hare. Then this can't be compared with the professional softwares, okay, and targeted at health sector professionals. Then it has a long history. 1985 it was invented and used by multiple countries. And why we need data handling in health sector, especially for clinical data, for the patients, for the betterment of the field of health, and even for business data analysis. So clinical data, even to find patterns, trends, and even regarding the business in the health sector, even to prepare reports. And I said you about the definitions, what data, what information are. So remember that data are defined as raw facts, information are processed data. So after preparing data, the information are prepared, and I went through some examples. Finally, I said the value of good information, so the features of good information. So they should be relevant, accurate, understandable, available, and even up to date or timely. Then we confirm that the computer-based information systems, or we said that information systems, information can be prepared using computers as well as manual. Then when you compare these two, manual and computer, we said computer-based information systems are highly efficient. So that we are going to use computer-based techniques in order to prepare our data analysis even in health sector. Right. So that's why we need to have the product called as Epi Info. So whenever we go for Epi Info, now we know the requirement, why we need to use this software, and how they are going to be handled. So then next day, that means I have another few more hours to continue. So I'll teach you how this Epi Info product will be used in order to create forms, to enter data, and to do a very little level of analysis as well. Right. Hope that the session we did is meaningful and is important for you. If you have doubts, yes, how to contact us. Your LMS is also down. Right, doesn't matter. So then this is what. So we'll see. And even you may have a certain writing paper. So for the writing paper, whatever I did now, importance of data, information will be tested. So remember the concepts I said, what are data, what are information, and why we need this data analytics in field of medicine, and what are the features of Epi Info compared to the other professional products. So have that idea. Okay, then next session I'll cover the product, how we are going to work in it. Okay, so I'll stop here. Hope to meet you from the next session or next video. Okay, have a good day.